Hello everyone, this is Professor Tachik, and I'm going to show you how to do flash fill. Flash fill is a new technique or tool that's been invented for Microsoft Excel in the last couple of years. So it's not in the original versions from early 2000 and certainly not from 1997. What it does is it looks for a pattern in your column of data. If you want to remove a couple of characters or some text or some numbers from a cell, but you don't want to sit there and type through them all. So I've got an example here that I've been working on for a file. I'm just going to paste the data in. You don't have to worry about where I got the data from. But the point is, I want these numbers. So it says 20 minutes and then 60 minutes all the way down here. And all this little data inc stuff with the grid lines and such. I don't want to go through and type in, okay, 60, 60, and keep scrolling down, right? Let's have Excel work for us. Okay, so let's talk about flash fill. Now, flash fill will work if you have some consecutive data points to work with. So let's just show you where flash fill is. It's in the data tab, and here's what it does. Automatically fill in values. Enter a couple of examples you want as output, and keep the active cell in the column you want filled in. So what that means is we need a couple of examples. So first and foremost, if I put a 20 in here, that is not a couple of examples. It wants a couple of them. It doesn't want just one example. So you do have to sometimes type in manually, but we can work through it. So here's 60, 60, and I want you to see it happened really fast, but it already started working even without me going up to flash fill. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to put in one more 60, and then I'm going to put in a 30. Why would I do that? Well, I want to ensure that Microsoft Excel understands I don't want just 60s down here. So even though flash fill would have worked, I just want to ensure, stack my deck that it's going to happen correctly. So I put a different number in here in this pattern. Now here's what's going to happen. I'm going to highlight these 4 cells and go all the way down to the last value that I have. Okay, so I've got the cells that I'm giving Excel as an example, and I'm going all the way down to the last row where there's a data point that I'm interested in. So now I'm going to go to flash fill, just hit it once, and look what happens. Okay, zoom in a little bit here. It automatically knew what I wanted. It didn't mess up anything. It skipped this one down here and kept going and going and going. So now what I can do, because in my report I need to give my boss a total number of minutes that I'm spending on a certain task, or in total. So in this situation, if I go down here, so I have all of that nice data highlighted. If I go down here, it gives me a nice answer that I can immediately provide to my boss without, before going in 30, 100, 60, skip down, right? That would have taken a lot more time. In fact, other than recording this video for you and showing you how this is done, it really takes about 5 seconds. Okay? So go ahead, play around with that. Make up some numbers and put some words next to it, such as $20, $15, $75. Just keep going down, play with some numbers there, and see if flash fill does that and works for you. Okay? So let's just do this, 20, 15, and see, look, it already started that pattern. So let's just play with this. Let's go up to flash fill, and there you go. So you can do flash fill with just a little bit of data, but the point with flash fill is it needs a couple of examples.